There is one flip in parkour that I believe everyone should learn before any of the others, especially if you are unsure where to start or are too scared to commit to any flips. In this video, I will be going over the top 3 reasons why this flip is perfect for anyone trying to get into parkour or get into flipping. Oh, that's right, ladies and gentlemen, we got a front flip. Yeah! Oh. First reason that the front flip is at the top of my list is because it is the easiest flip to progress into and overcome the fear of. The fact is, you can literally take a somersault, which most people learn when they're in kindergarten, and turn it into a front flip. To do this, you are first going to need to learn a handstand to roll. Note, you do not need to go into a full handstand in order to complete this move for the progression. From there, you will work your way towards a dive roll. To do this, take your forward roll and slowly start jumping. And with every repetition, aim to go higher and higher until your body is fully extended. The dive roll helps with spotting the floor and gaining air awareness, as well as some blocking and setting technique. The previous 2 progressions are good ways to get used to going over your head and acquiring techniques for the front flip. However, many of you, after doing these steps, will more than likely still have lingering fear. So, to hopefully rid of any fear of this move, my final progression is a Webster. In quick summary, a Webster is essentially a front flip, taking off one foot while kicking back with the other. Get ready to fall a little on this one, as your goal for the Webster is not to land it, but rather getting comfortable with going over your head. When performing the Webster, get relatively low to the ground and pop off the ground by kicking with the back leg and throwing both arms upward. Your goal should be to get the kicking leg on the ground, followed by your hands and elbows, and then followed by the rest of your body. The reason this is added in as a progression is because the Webster allows you to pop the flip while you are low to the ground. This will help reduce any risk of injury while gaining comfortability with going over your head. Note that this is not a Webster tutorial, and a few different changes should be made if you are actually trying to land the Webster and learn good technique. My second point is that the front flip is the least scary out of the 3 main flips: back flip, side flip, and front flip. While a side flip may be the easiest physically, it is just weird when first learning and can be freaky. And unless you are weird and just happen to understand it right off the bat, then good for you, and go ahead and learn side flip first. As for back flip, you can't see where you are going when you take off, so it leaves the most opportunity for your imagination to get the best of you. In a front flip, you are able to spot the ground before any rotation happens, so it reinforces air awareness on the first part of the flip. The second half, not so much, but by that point you are already past your head, so it really doesn't matter. Unless, of course, you are trying to land the move. Finally, the front flip is a good place to start when it comes to learning how to fall and just getting used to it. Because let's be honest, when learning any flip, more than likely you will not land it first try. There will be a lot of falling. A front flip is best for this because by the time you are no longer able to spot the ground, you have already made it around your head, thus leaving less freak out moments in parts of the flip where you are most vulnerable. And even if there is a moment where you begin to freak out, you can always place your hands on the ground and save yourself with the dive roll. Now that you guys know how to front flip and land on your butt, let's fix this all with a quick mini tutorial. Start off by taking 4 steps. The first 2 steps should be slow and almost at a walking pace. The third step should be slightly more powerful than the others. And then finally, the 4th step will be a jump. During this jump, bring your feet together and punch off the ground. This is called a block. The goal is to transfer all forward momentum into upward momentum by pushing against the ground. Next, make sure that when you take off into the block, you are not jumping too high. Keep everything low. After the 4th jump, you should also begin bringing your arms up by your ears. And finally, once you have blocked, throw your arms and chest down with as much force as you can and tuck tight. I wish I could tell you when to open up, but to be honest, there's no distinct point in the front flip that I can be like, yo, open up right there. Instead, you will have to figure out this part on your own, as with each repetition you do, you will gain more and more air awareness. Like I said earlier, this move will teach you to fall, so don't get upset when you do not land it first try. Thank you, and make sure you subscribe.